Hey everybody, welcome to the Business Speaker Strategy video course, how to get ready, get booked, and get clients in 30 days. I'm Brian Sharp, and I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you for signing up for this video course. We're really excited about this. This is truly some of our, not only our favorite, but I think some of our best content that we teach from our business speaker boot camps and our one-on-one coaching. So, not only is our goal to help you build these presentations and promote yourself and get booked, but we really want you, by the time you're done with this video series, to have the basics that you need, everything you need to get started using speaking and events as a true marketing strategy to build your business. So we're going to get started in this video with how to create powerful, profitable presentations, because it's not enough to just go in and start talking. There's kind of a game plan, and so this video is almost like the business plan for your presentation. And we're going to start off by talking kind of just like we do when you are preparing any marketing strategy or any business plan, is we need to kind of know the why, the purpose of the presentation. Too often speakers come in and they just want to start talking. And we got to have an idea of what the goal is in order to create a really powerful presentation. I don't know if you had a parent or a loved one when you were growing up that used to say, Brian, think before you speak next time. And I think a lot of times it's easy for us to skip this step, that we don't think before we speak. We're so passionate. We're so good at what we do. And I even meet people who boast that, hey, I do wing it, like they're proud of it. And winging it, going off the cuff, is not a strategy, okay? So we want to make sure we have some structure. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what is the purpose of my presentation? And the purpose could be to build your brand. It could be to acquire new clients. It could be to make sales right on the spot. But there's a lot of ways to use this as a marketing strategy, and so you need to know going in, what is the purpose behind it, so that we can build the strategy and the presentation around that. The second question we need to ask ourselves is, what do I want the audience to learn? One of the common mistakes we see is too many people come in and they just want to tell. They want to disseminate information or impress the audience, and they don't care. Our job is to teach them something. Our job is to help them solve a problem. That is what will get you clients, and that is what will get you rebooked time and time again. So it's important that you and I know going in, what do I want them to learn? And the third question is, what do I want my audience to feel when they leave, when I'm done, when they take this information home? And this might be kind of a question that's coming out of left field for some of you, and I guarantee you that it's not asked by most speakers, because many of them don't care. They want to know how they feel themselves, not how the audience feels. If you can ask this of somebody bringing you in, you will get their attention, but more importantly, you will properly prepare yourself to really create impact for that audience, because it's not about us, it's about them. And as Les Brown said so eloquently, he said, the message in and of itself means nothing unless we take into account who's doing the listening. It is all about the audience, guys. So our first speaker step is what we're going to call these, is that we want you to complete the purpose worksheet. We've included some of the worksheets that we use in our boot camps. And I wanted to do this so that you could kind of work along this process with us. So when we're done, you've got it ready to go. And this worksheet will take you through 8 really important questions that will help you gain clarity into the purpose of your presentation. Let's move on now to the presentation itself. Now, I don't know about you, but I know early on for me, when I got the call to get a speaking engagement, I'd be so excited, and yet the next moment I was so scared because I didn't know where to start. And I want to share with you a formula we've developed that will work whether you're giving a 10-minute talk or a 90-minute keynote, whether you're doing your own event or doing a training session. This is a formula that I think will take a lot of the pressure off, and something that I think you'll really be able to use for the rest of your life that you're in business and doing any public speaking or presenting in the future. So, step 1 is the opening. Wow, isn't that earth-shattering? Of course there's an opening. But think about it. How many people come up and open with what we refer to as the biohazard, right? The speaker walks up and the first thing they start talking about is what? Themselves. And yet the audience already heard about you from the introduction. They're ready for you. The opening should be your pow, your wow, your way of really connecting and grabbing the audience. Come out and smack us across the head, not literally, figuratively. This is your initial contact with the audience. Get them excited about what you're about to teach them. And you can do this with great stories, some interaction, have some fun, show your personality and your passion right up front in the opening. It'll make a big difference. And here's the other little secret benefit to this. That's also where you get your nerves out. The second step is what I refer to as the topic intro. Now, you may know this as the agenda. This is typically the spot where most speakers will put up a slide and it says agenda, and there's about 18 bullet points, and the whole audience sinks down in their chair because they go, oh boy, here we go. Your topic intro is a transition. It's a subtle transition that sets the table, sets the tone. It outlines the problem that they probably all have, but good luck for them because you are the expert in the room that's just about to solve it for them. Right? It's a simple way to set up your talk, but it's subtle. It's very subtle because then you transition right into your content. This is the meat. Now, there's good news and bad news here. The good news is you guys are all experts in the content you're teaching. This is why you want to speak in the first place. The bad news is you're all experts in this area you're teaching. You know too much. You can't, in a 20-minute talk, teach that much information. You can't even do it in an hour talk. It's just too much. So my suggestion, my tip for you in this area is however much content that you originally outline, I would bet you could cut it in half and still be tremendously effective. This is an area that unless you're doing more than 45 minutes, I would limit to no more than 3 key points because you want to include stories and statistics and examples. You want to take your time, have some fun, and really show them you know your stuff. So that's your content, but keep it simple. Your takeaway to me is really the secret sauce. This is really, I think, the difference maker because a lot of speakers skip this altogether and the rest of them abuse it. And the problem is this is your opportunity to really make impact with the audience. My encouragement here is that you use this as an opportunity to teach them what you just taught them. To give them a challenge, action steps, some way to apply the content, give something away. But this is really where you show them how to use what you've just been talking about for the last 15, 20, 40 minutes. It's a really important step. It's not the time to sell. And it's not the time to rush out the door. It's the time to slow down and help them use what they just invested time to learn. And the last is the close. We've all been at the end of that awkward date. And that awkward talk, the talk where they know they're done, you know they're done, but nobody really knows how it's going to end. You got to know how you're going to close just like how you know you're going to open. Leave some impact, right? This is your succinct and powerful close. So you want to think through that and know how you want to get out of there. I want to show you real quick, just in brief, this is kind of what one will look like when you're done. These are my 5 steps to a talk I gave in 2011. It was the Monstars of Motivation show that produced by Kevin Prese. But I want to show you that this stuff works and I use it. And it's still helpful to me today. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 steps there. And in case you're wondering, the numbers off to the side are how I break down my timing for a talk. But that'll be for down the road. So for now, your speaker step for this is go through the worksheet. We included one with this so that you can start outlining your talk, and then we can get ready to get you out there and start speaking. So this is how we create those powerful, profitable presentations. You're well on your way to getting those put together. And get excited because the next video we're going to start talking about how do we get booked. Once you have that presentation ready to go, how do we get you out there? And this is one of our most common, popular topics, 10 ways to get booked within 10 days. So we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.